This animal survives where most would fall. It has no claws, no fangs, and it cannot fly. Yet it walks through one of the harshest environments on Earth without panic, without hesitation. While others rely on brute strength, it relies on something far more dangerous: control. The sun scorches the savannah, the ground cracks beneath relentless heat, not a drop of water to spare. Every movement can be seen, every mistake is punished instantly. Out here, there are no second chances, only survival or disappearance. The ostrich stands still. Its wide eyes scan the horizon, calm, precise, never reacting unnecessarily. It does not run at the first sign of danger, it waits. Because reacting at the wrong moment is more deadly than not reacting at all. When the threat is distant, it holds its ground. When danger closes in, it runs, fast, controlled, with absolute precision. Every stride has purpose, every movement is efficient. Nothing is wasted, nothing is chaotic. But when there is no escape left, everything changes. The creature that once avoided conflict becomes the one that ends it. A single kick, perfectly timed, enough to break bone, enough to stop a predator mid-attack. Not because it is stronger, but because it chose the right moment. It does not survive on luck. It survives on discipline. It conserves energy, prepares before the crisis arrives, and never waits until it loses control to adapt. Nothing in its existence is accidental. Every behavior is intentional. Every decision serves one purpose: survive, efficiently. And somewhere far from that silent wilderness, under the cold lights of a locker room, someone had just lost. His name was Marcus Kane, a boxer, strong, relentless, but never quite enough to win. He trained harder than most, pushed further than most, endured more than most. Yet every time he stepped into the ring, the result stayed the same. Marcus Kane fought like a storm. Fast, aggressive, non-stop. He threw endless punches, trying to overwhelm his opponents with force. But the more he fought, the more control he lost. His opponents didn't need to be stronger. They only needed to wait. Wait for Marcus Kane to burn out. Wait for the mistake. And then it came. One clean punch. Not loud, not dramatic, just precise. Marcus Kane dropped. That night he went home. The room was silent, no voices, no comfort. He opened a bottle, sat in the dark, letting the weight of failure settle in. The television flickered on, casting a pale light across his face. A documentary was playing, not about boxing, not about champions, but about an ostrich in the desert. Marcus Kane almost turned it off, but something stopped him. Not curiosity, something deeper. The animal wasn't doing anything. It just stood there, watching, waiting. Then it moved. Not fast, not rushed, but precise. It didn't react to everything around it, only what mattered. When danger came close, it ran. No panic, no wasted motion, just a perfect escape. And when it was cornered, it didn't run. It turned. One strike. End. Marcus Kane sat still. The glass in his hand froze midair. A thought formed, clearer than anything before. For the first time, he understood. He wasn't losing because he was weak. He was losing because he lacked control. Too many punches, none of them decisive. Too much energy, no strategy. The next day, Marcus Kane returned to the gym. No noise, no rush, just silence. He reduced his punches, focused on each movement, slower, but sharper. He learned to wait, to observe, to read before reacting. No more fighting on emotion. The fights that followed were different. Marcus Kane no longer charged in. He stood there, calm, in control. His opponents grew impatient. They attacked first. They made mistakes, and Marcus Kane waited. Then the moment appeared. A small opening, a fraction of a second. Enough. One punch. Not many, but final. The first win came, then another, then another. Quiet, but unstoppable. Marcus Kane didn't become the most aggressive fighter. He became the most precise. Not the fastest, but the most effective. His name spread, not as a brute, but as a controller of the fight. A boxer no one could easily break. And eventually, he stood at the top. Not because he changed everything, but because he understood one thing. The ostrich never needed to fly. It only needed to run better than anything chasing it. It didn't need dominance, only precision. And that is the difference. Between effort and progress, between action and strategy, between chaos and control. If you are still fighting in your life, maybe the problem is not that you are not strong enough. Maybe you are striking at the wrong time. You don't need more. You need precision. Not faster, just right. Because in a world where everyone is rushing, the winner is not the one who throws the most punches, but the one who lands the decisive one. Subscribe for more life lessons.